What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Seton Hill Studios. Hope you're having an amazing day so far. Today, we've got a priority request coming in from Lena. Lena, thank you so much for your continued support of the channel and your generosity. It is never expected, but we appreciate it so, so much. We are going to be checking out Dan Vasc, the legend himself, giving his performance of Music of the Night, which is a cover from Phantom of the Opera. I know it's going to be epic. I've actually seen Phantom of the Opera live twice, and I've seen the movie. All fantastic performances. The music is amazing, and I know that Dan's going to take us on a heck of a ride through this one. It's going to be an emotional roller coaster. I know he's going to put on an epic performance like he always does. But before we get into it, a few ways you guys can continue to support the channel. You can head on over to Patreon, or if that doesn't work for you, right here on YouTube, you can become a channel member. Both of those are going to get you access to priority requests, exclusive perks, and a slew of other features available to you. And then, as always, with a one-time donation through Buy Me a Coffee, you can get a priority request, guaranteed that Steven or I will react to it right here on the channel. All right, y'all. I know Dan's about to take us on a journey, so let's get into it. All right, folks, here we go. Dan Vasc bringing us his version of Music of the Night from Phantom of the Opera. I know it's about to be a journey. Let's see what Dan's got for us this time.
Nighttime
Got the mask on and everything.
heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses. Slowly, gently, night unfurls its splendor. Grasp it, sense it, tremulous.
He's such a performer, man.
Tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold, unfeeling light. And
So one of the cool things that I had never even really thought about, okay, so I'm still fairly new to the whole Dan Vasc thing. I've only seen a couple of his videos, heard a couple of his covers and tunes, and one of the things I didn't think about, it keeps getting pointed out in the comments, and so I wanted to make mention of it here because I really noticed it now that it's been pointed out to me, is that English is not his native language, right? So he's Brazilian, and it's crazy that I didn't even recognize it, didn't even think about it until someone points it out. And then I'm like, so then I really start honing in on and paying attention on how good his English actually is. Like, you can understand every word that he's saying, clear as day. And so, like, you know, I got mad respect for that. Obviously, I only speak one language. I speak English. That's it. My wife, you know, speaks several languages. But I'm just, you know, I'm just an old Southern boy. I barely speak English well enough to talk. So I got respect for anybody who can speak multiple languages and then kind of sing and enunciate words clearly and really communicate the song and the message really well, which is what he's doing here. This sounds like Phantom of the Opera, but at the same time, as much as it sounds like Phantom of the Opera, it sounds like Dan Vasc, which is super cool how he hasn't lost himself trying to cover this song. Like, it's still Dan, and he's just a performer. You know, all of the facial expressions, the emotion conveyed, you know, all of the hand stuff going on. You know, he's all in. He's got the mask on. He's all into the performance, which I think is super cool. All right, let's roll it back a couple seconds so we don't miss the transition into this next section.
And listen to the music of the night. Close your eyes and surrender to your darkest dreams. Burn hide your thoughts of the life you knew before.
He's so good,
Close
man.
your eyes, let your spirit start to soar.
Okay. Come on, Dan.
And you'll live as you've never lived before. Softly, deftly, music shall caress you. Hear it, feel it, secretly possess you. Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind in this darkness that you know you cannot fight. The darkness of the music of the night. Let your mind start a journey through a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the life you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be.
So stuff like that right there, like everybody's waiting for that moment. Like I was waiting for it. I knew it was coming. He'd already hit the falsetto version of it. I knew he was about to hit the full voice version of it. And it was exactly what I expected. So this song, man, like, I don't know. I love the Phantom of the Opera. Like I said earlier, I've seen it twice live. I've seen the movie. The music it's incredible. So well written. The story is super cool if you can follow it. And you know, this cover 100% does the original justice. Like Dan could be out here on Broadway performing this and it wouldn't skip a beat. His range, man. Someone had commented in a previous video. Obviously, they didn't know that someone had requested this and we were going to be doing it. But there was the last videos of Dan that we put out. You know, multiple people were like, "You need to check out Music of the Night. You need to check out Music of the Night. If you thought his range was good in this song, wait till you hear it on Music of the Night." And y'all wasn't lying. Y'all have never steered us wrong when it comes to Dan. I mean, we've seen, you know, probably closing in on 8 to 10 videos of Dan on the channel here because you guys love it so much. And honestly, we haven't been not disappointed one time. He over delivers over your expectations every time you load up one of his videos. He's incredible. His vocal control, amazing. This song's not easy to sing, obviously. I mean, we're dipping out of full voice, you know, falsetto. He's dipping into his lower register. He's singing parts out, you know, full voice, like what you just heard, that big crescendo into that. And, you know, hey, he's tough, man. He is tough. I'm going to take it back so we can hear that part again. I know everybody probably want to hear that.
Thoughts of the life you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be.
Such good vibrato, too.
Only then can you belong to me.
This dude could be an actor, man.
Floating, falling, sweet intoxication. Touch me, trust me, savory sensation. Let the dream begin, let your darker side give in to the power of the music that I write. The power of the music of the night.
Hey, this song, the music on top of obviously the focal point here is Dan's vocal, and even in the original, the focal point's really the vocal here. Tons of storytelling going on with this song, and it but the music, like the backing music, that is going on is so, like, if you can not look past the vocal, that's not what I'm trying to say, but not neglect everything else that's going on, that really kind of completes the whole package, and really provides the foundation for the vocal to stand on. But this song, man, I've heard this song, gosh, I've probably heard this song 50 times. And every time, just the music's so well written, it's so powerful. It's funny that, the vocal line is the power of the music of the night. And literally, you're just like hair standing up. You're getting goosebumps every time. You can't help it. If you're alive, you're going to feel something when you hear this song. Such a good melody. Dissonance there. It's so funny, like him holding that note. It's intentional, right? Like the way that it is intentionally dissonant against the music. That's part of the musical storytelling of this. It kind of just lets you know, like, something's not right here. And he just held that note. So one of the things that I've really noticed about him is that he's really good about knowing when to use vibrato and when not to use vibrato. So I made a comment earlier about how good his vibrato was, which it is spectacular. But even better than the vibrato itself is him having the vocal control and the musical sense to know when to use that vibrato. Like right there, he held that note basically completely straight. No vibrato, no up and down, just straight across while those chords are changing. And it starts off and it's like, oh, this is pretty. And then it gets dissonant and it's like, oh, dear Lord, something's not right here. And then it comes back to that ending with, where it's back, back right where it's supposed to be. It's meshing with the music there. I want to hear that again. It's just, musical concept of tension and release, really on display right there. We'll hear this last little ending bit. And it looked like there was more of the video. There's no telling. The last time I watched one of Dan's outros, it was hilarious. So we'll watch through the whole thing. There's no telling what this dude's going to pop on and say. We learned about Dan's Law last time. Maybe we'll learn something new. It's so dissonant and it's so ugly, but it's so important to the storytelling. All right, don't look like there's no extra outro stuff in this one. So, what a performance though, man. He's incredible. Every time we load up a video, it's something, it's a new side. Everybody keeps saying he's so multifaceted, he's so versatile. And y'all ain't lying. Every time we load up a video, he shows us something new and blows our mind all over again. All right, y'all, what'd you think? I think Dan might have a career in Broadway. I mean, obviously his YouTube stuff is working out, but if he ever wanted to change a pace, he's got I think he's got the acting skills. I think he's got the personality. He's obviously got the voice. I think he could be a hit on Broadway. Now, obviously, we wouldn't want to lose him here on YouTube. Again, he's about to hit that 1 million subscriber mark. And again, I hope it comes sooner rather than later. Because like I said earlier, every time we load up one of this dude's videos, it's just like, oh, what's Dan going to do today that's completely different than anything we've ever seen before? And every time, he never fails. Never fails to amaze us. Never disappoints. The dude can't miss. That's why his fan base is so big and so devoted. This performance, I think, obviously was different than some of his other ones. It was a little more intimate, I guess is the word. Is that weird to use the word intimate for this? Just even in the camera work and the lighting. I mean, he's just got the one light. He's wearing all black. It's pitch black in the room besides the one light. He's got the mask on. He's got the facial expressions down. He's got all the vocal inflections down, the hand movements, the eye contact through the screen really draws you in. That's one thing about him that I've noticed across every video that we've seen has been just how he really kind of draws you in and engages you, which again, I mean, dude could be an actor, or dude could have a career on Broadway probably if he wanted it. All right, y'all. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so every time we drop new content, you guys can be made aware. And as always, we appreciate you. Lena, thank you so much again for the donation and requesting this video, but we'll see you on the next one.